Hello everyone, welcome back to Slides to Coasters News. My name, of course, is Brad the Water Parker, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls currently waiting in line, we are back at it yet again with a whole entire week full of news for you guys. We've got a lot of stuff to cover today, folks. And, of course, the week that I get back is the week that we get a whole entire deluge of information from the past couple of weeks. So let's try to break it down real quick, and we're going to go very quickly with our first news piece. Our second news piece we're going to actually take the rest of the show for, because there's a lot of stuff to break down. So first things first, let's take it out to Holiday World, Splash and Safari. This is a park that I love. This is a park I talk about all the time. You know, I was talking about this with my friends before. You know, I have a Holiday World show almost every month. I talk about Holiday World all the time. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the news for this week. I'm like, all right, so what are we going to talk about? And I see on my news feed, Holiday World Splash and Safari announces Hollywood Nights 2021. Next year's theme is going to be The Wizard of Oz, or The Wizard of Oz. It's going to be a play on The Wizard of Oz. If you guys don't know already, they do parodies of these movies at their events. So they had the Knights Who Say We as the Monty Python and the Holy Grail. They have a lot of interesting themes every single year, which I think is actually pretty cool. You know, of course, it's a kind of theming, you know, and this is what I gotta say about the park. It may sound cheesy. I've heard people say it's cheesy before. It's cheesy, but it's the good kind of cheese, right? It's like when you walk on into Italian pizza joint, and you know, they give you like some Romano cheese for your spaghetti. You know, it's just like you want that cheese. It is the good kind of cheese, not the bad kind of cheese. The good kind of cheese. And I gotta admit, they pull out all the stops for their events. So to break it down for you real quick, this is going to be happening on June 4th, June 5th. So that's the first Friday and the first Saturday of June. You know, you can buy your tickets right now. You do have the early bird discount as per their flyer until January 6th, 2021. So if you want to get that early bird discount, if you want to be as early as possible, get it out. You know, get your wallet out. You know, buy your ticket. Get it out of the way now. Of course, you do have to be a part of the official registered clubs with the event. So these are clubs like ACE, GOCC, just to name a few. There is a full list on their website. You do have to have a card. So what does that mean for you? If you buy your membership, you need to have a card. You need to bring it out. Just show some identification so that way they know that you're you. Of course, maybe if you're not part of a coaster club and one of your friends is, you can come as a guest. You must, you know, you have to go through the way that you buy your ticket. You have a SOP on the website, so go and check that out before you buy. However, it looks like they're going to have a lot of similar things this year as they did last year. They're going to have walkbacks. They're going to have food. They're going to have ERT. And I love this slogan that they have there. There's no place like Ho-Oh. There's no place like Ho-Oh. And I love that because if you guys don't know, they have the Ho-Oh-Po, which is the Holiday World podcast. I actually listen to them. I recommend that all the time. If you want to go and listen to something that's coaster related, that's not me. Go and check that out. You know, I don't recommend things often, but I will recommend that. Sorry, I just had to take a quick drink. You know, I say that. I've been actually listening to that podcast a lot recently. I started listening to it when I went to Holiday World for Hollywood Nights with my good friend Andrew, which, speaking of, he needs to get on here sometime. But I definitely believe that this year is going to be the year that you want to come on out to Holiday World Splash and Safari for Hollywood Nights, and as well just get out to the park. It's the 75th anniversary. This is going to be a year that you want to come. So with that being said, 2021, June 4th through 5th. If you want to get a discount, buy your ticket before January the 6th. I'm going to be there. I know a few of my friends are going to be there. I've tried to get other people to come, but they have other major things they need to get done throughout the season, throughout the year, which is okay, which is all right. But with that being said, we're going to move on here to a news story. Oh, by the way, before we go, you can buy yourself a t-shirt. These t-shirts are really good, by the way. I love the t-shirts. I almost bought one last year, but I decided not to. They're very cool. They're very stylish. I would definitely wear one, even though I don't wear t-shirts. I usually wear button-ups and hoodies, so definitely go check it out. With that being said, though, we're going to move on to our next bit, and that's just kind of an update to our Lightning Rod ongoing situation. If you guys don't know already, Lightning Rod has been down for the past several, weeks. It's going to be down until 2021. And currently, supposedly, I've been told by several individuals that during a Q&A, it was hinted at that Lightning Rod is going to be part wood and part steel. We've already seen retracts with the wood track already be done on this attraction. Now we're getting word that there's a rumor out there that at this Smoky Mountain Coaster Fest at Dollywood, which Ace holds, that there was a Q&A that basically unofficially said, it's not official, it's unofficially being said that they are going to add steel portions to this coaster. Now, what does this mean for us? What does this mean for the coaster enthusiasts? Because this has a lot of ramifications if this is true. I'm only reporting the, the rumor. Of course, I know that Coaster 101, they have a story on this, so if you want a more in-depth discussion, go and check them out. However, from what I understand, they are going to try to go and work with putting part wood, part steel. What does this mean for us? One, hopefully this means that there's going to be much more reliable operations with Lightning Rod. This is something that we've been needing for a while. This is something I'm hoping that they could work with. This is something that I personally can say that is a big issue because I love Lightning Rod. It's my #1 wood coaster. I just, and it's weird because I've been getting conflicting stories. I've been getting some people saying, well, it's going to be a full retrack. Some people are saying it's going to be a partial retrack. I personally believe that, let me do this real quick, sorry. I personally believe that if they do a hybrid, like what people are talking about right now, I think that we're going to see the truly first ever hybrid coaster. This is all coming out from Ace. I believe Ace has a statement on it too. There's a lot to be said here. And I'm kind of sitting back and I'm kind of just realizing what I'm saying here. If this is a first ever hybrid, for you guys who rank your coasters, I'm going to say 50%, 50% wood and higher, that is a wood coaster. If it is 50% or more steel coaster, it is a steel coaster. I think this is going to become a big issue because there are coaster poles out there who go straight with steel, straight with wood, and they don't have hybrid. And I think this is going to become a big issue for them because they're going to have to make... And this is going to be where there's going to be a lot of division. You're going to see a lot of people start saying, well, which way do you go? There's probably going to be one prominent coaster pole that might actually pull one way, might pull another way. So I'm personally going to say, if it's more than 50% wood, it's going to be wood. If it's more than 50% steel, it's going to be steel. The ramifications, though, is that I'm hoping that this finally breaks down because if the rumors are true, with the fact that this coaster's been closed due to the fact it's destroying itself, you know, maybe it's just going way too fast and it's hurting itself. Maybe this could finally rectify the issue with the launch. Maybe this can finally give us that pure, true launch. Because think about it, right? If you know that it's destroying itself, then, you know, you got to fix it. Now, of course, maybe there are still issues with the launch. I do not know about that. I am not in the know. However, what I do know is that there are individuals who were at the Ace Coaster Fest at Dollywood, and basically a staff member said that the coaster is being retracked, partially steel, partially wood. Some people are taking that as full steel. Some people are taking that as full wood. I think it's going to be part steel, part wood. Just kind of clear that air of, you know, ambivalence. And if it does, I believe they're probably just going to go and do the major portions that probably need it. And where do I mean by that? I personally believe it's going to be the triple down. I believe it will probably be the first drop, or maybe that first, actually the very first drop, if you really want to think about it. That first pop of airtime when you go up the hill. I think there, and maybe at the bottom of the first drop. I think that's where you're going to see a lot of the retrack. I don't think that we need it anywhere else. I think that we're fine on the waves. I think we're fine on the little pops of airtime here and there in the back. I think that we're really just going to see it with the triple down in the first, you know, first portion. Maybe even with the acceleration, maybe that's going to be changed to steel. I don't really know. However, with that being said, I hope that kind of clears the air a little bit for you guys. I do believe it's going to be a hybrid. I think it's going to be the first ever truly hybrid coaster, which I think is exciting. You know, everyone's sitting there saying, well, you know, yeah, this, yeah, that. This is going to be the first ever coaster that I can personally say is a hybrid. Of course, you can make an argument for Son of Beast with the loop, which, you know, I can give you that maybe, but this is going to be a big, big game changer. This is the first RMC to get RMC'd. And that becomes a question of the durability of its product. You know, does this mean that RMC is saying that they designed a coaster so freaking intense that you have to go and RMC it? Or is RMC saying that we have a coaster that was faulty and that we need to go and change it? I personally adhere to the first part. I think RMC designs great coasters. I've ridden a lot of RMCs in the past. You know, I've been on Wonder Woman. I've been on Steel Vengeance, Lightning Rod, Twisted Cyclone. Is it Twisted? Yeah. Twisted Cyclone. I've been on Twisted Colossus. You know, I've been on a lot of these RMCs. I've been on Iron Rattler, Storm Chaser. You know, I go on and on and on. Goliath up at Great America. I've been on all over, you know, all these RMCs all over the place. And I can tell you without a doubt, RMC makes an incredible product. And I think that if they can go and bring it back to full glory, Lightning Rod will reign supreme for the next 5 years. And I think Voyage, because I'm going to tell you what, Voyage, all the time I hear people contemplate Voyage and Lightning Rod. And a lot of people recently, when they've recently get to Lightning Rod, Mike is a good friend of mine. He came on a show a couple weeks back. He even said himself, you know, Lightning Rod did not perform the way that he wanted it to perform. And now we're sitting back and we're seeing that Lightning Rod maybe could come back to its original form. I think that a lot of people are finally going to come back and say, all right, Lightning Rod's number one. Because here's the reason why. Voyage, you can only get Voyage night rides 2 days out of the year, right? So you get 2 days out of the year where you can get Voyage night rides. With Lightning Rod, you can get several months out of the year. So what does that tell you? Does 2 nights, does 2 times that you ride a coaster, does that mean more than a whole entire year, practically? I don't know. Personally, I think it's Lightning Rod. Maybe we'll have that discussion later on, because this brings up a big debate, which I might have a few people on for that discussion. We might even make that into a podcast to bury the hatchet once Lightning Rod is back up and running. I know by that point, we have a lot of stuff to cover over the next few weeks, which, speaking of, I'll tell you right now, please be on the lookout in the next few days for a community announcement. We're going to be making an announcement about our Discord. So we're going to be talking about our Discord and where we're moving and where we're heading with that. So with that being said, stay tropical, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one.